Oh,
Oh, now that's exciting. That worked first time. So there should be a stream on its way to your iPhone and my iPad.
it's
And there
arrived.
is. It's arrived. Well, that was a lot. I think in the background, they've been working hard. I can stop that clock now.
I love
Stop.
it.
Frozen at 3:45. So let's take that off, and I'm going to take it off totally.
And here we
Hopefully. And here we are. Brilliant. And I'm moving, and Nick's moving, and everything's working as it should be. So let's just get rid of that clock, because that's just a widget which is, once we've got to the stage we're at, is superfluous. So the widget has gone.
Perfect.
How are you today, Nick?
Oh, sorry, Stephen, you just cracked up then.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, hopefully. Can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Good. Okay. How are you today, Nick?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. And obviously coming from my new background, so this is still playing around with it. I mean, I'm now in a different house with super fast broadband, which is fantastic. But of course, it's a new environment. So all last week I've been testing with the audio. So I'd love a bit of feedback actually as to how that sounds. So I've got this I'm not sure what you call it, but this like a wall behind me now, which is like a I can't think of the word. It's like a folding blind type thing. So that was because when I first came in, it was a very echoey room. And I think this has kind of sorted that out. There was very little furniture in this room, or soft furniture. So I needed to play around with that. And so then I got these little folding blinds, or whatever they're called. And I think that's actually made it a little bit better. So I'm hoping it is anyway, because of course, when I've got my lovely blue Yeti, I don't want to muck up the sound,
Well, no. I mean that's true. That is very true. So hello, Amazon Live, and thank you for joining us on Monday. We know it's just after 9 a.m. Eastern, and we're here to hopefully entertain you for the next 90 minutes or so. Depends how things go. Our topic today, which I'm frantically trying to paste onto Amazon, well, I can do that now. It just says loading at the moment. Thank you for watching us on Amazon Live. This is a step-by-step procedure. Going live is always, well, it's not fraught as such, but it's interesting, isn't it, Nick?
It is. It's one of those things that it keeps you on your toes. If it could go wrong, potentially it will go wrong. So you have to be always aware. But this is why we love doing it, though, Stephen. It's that air of unpredictability that makes live broadcasting so much fun. So, which is really lovely.
Yeah, when things go wrong. I mean, something happens in every single broadcast we do, but we soldier on.
We do indeed.
We're not going to give in. So you're watching Live Video Production Weekly. So first thing I'm going to do is say welcome to the show. I told you about the studio going back to its original colours. I've forgotten the red and white. And this is Lights, Camera, Action. And if I go down here, I need to take that off first. So let's take that off and come down the bottom and go here. And you are most definitely watching Nick and Stephen live from, well, you're not actually in Wiltshire, are you? You're sort of on the border.
No, I'm in Hampshire.
Hampshire?
Yeah, I'm actually on the border of 3 counties, I believe. And actually Debbie and I went for a walk during the weekend to have a little explore. And we went through this. I thought I was following the Basingstoke Canal. No, turns out it was the Blackwater Valley River. And so I will be walking along this little path, and the lovely old couple that were walking towards us, and I thought I better ask them where we are. And so I asked them, and they said, "Oh, you've actually just crossed the border, because that's what this river is, the border between Hampshire and Surrey." So we'd actually walked into Surrey. And it only took us 10 minutes, to be fair.
Did you quickly turn back again?
Yeah, we ran for the hills. No, it was nice though. It was quite interesting, but it was quite amusing to think that, you know, I was thinking, oh, this doesn't look like the canal that I'm thinking it is, but yeah, it was a river. So I didn't realise there was a canal and a river on our doorstep. So, which is really cool.
So, could you walk all the way to London?
Oh yeah, along the canal, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, we could. Yeah. No, it's we can walk. Gosh, it's a very long canal, the Basingstoke Canal. I can't think how many miles it is, but there's actually a really great bit up near West Byfleet where it's got a series of locks because it has to go up a hill, or small hill at least. So that's good. That's exciting to see.
Yeah, I know. I love walking on the canal because apart from the locks, it's flat. Yeah. So you can go for miles. You're in the beautiful English countryside. There's nobody to bother you because when you do go for a walk, you're virtually on your own. It's very quiet and very you're out in the countryside and you're going past farms which border onto the canal. And in summer, which is not summer anymore, is it, Nick? Unfortunately, in summer it's a great place to actually go and exercise. Basingstoke Canal. I have to check that out. I wonder if it joins up with the Kennington Avon Canal.
Oh, I bet it does. I think they are all interlinked for sure.
Well, yeah, because they head towards the Thames, don't they? Yeah, so they may all be interlinked. Okay,
we'll have to explore and then come at it from two different angles. Find that junction.
Meet in the middle.
Yeah,
meet in the middle.
Bring your gimbal.
Oh yeah. The gimbal is down in the carousel. That's the first edition of the carousel today, for when we actually go out at weekends and shoot a live video, which goes out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. But we have a theme today, and the theme, I'm just trying to type it into Amazon Live because then if I actually type, it just says loading. I know I'll get there sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the theme this week is networking. Yeah. Because you and I met through live video all those years ago.
That's the thing. It's one of those things that it's a really great way to meet people. And you particularly post COVID times and during COVID times when we couldn't go out at all anyway. But it's a great way to meet people, share your passions, share what your interests are. And and I always say the live streaming community is probably one of the most helpful online communities that there is. And everyone is so generous with their time and their efforts. And quick hello to Corinda, because I can see Corinda, you're watching us on Amazon, so thank you for that. Saying he's eating all the cake, too much cake and too much Coke. So sounds good to me, Corinda. Oh wow. Ah, now something that Corinda is saying, and I can hear you, Stephen, but Corinda is saying that he can't hear you on Amazon, which is a little bit weird and wonderful, to be honest. He says no volume on Stephen, only Nick. All right, you can hear one of us, but not the but not but not the host. This would be bad. Let me just quickly unmute my. Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't. I don't think I can hear you on Amazon. Yeah, Corinda's still saying no. But Corinda, are you watching on Stephen's page as well? Yeah. So you can't hear Stephen on Stephen's page either. Is that what you're saying, Corinda? Oh, well, I can hear you because hold on, Stephen. I can hear you because I've got because we're on the same studio. Hold on. So, yeah, but it's just not going to Amazon for some reason. Because when I unmute my Amazon, then I get the feedback like this, like that. Yeah, that's weird. See, this is what when we say these are the joys of live streaming. This is the excitement. So there's a reason that for some reason we can't hear Stephen on Amazon. And thank you, Corinda, for keeping us up to date on this as well. That is so strange. Oh. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I shall think of something to talk to you about. I'll tell you what I love talking about. My favourite thing. You guessed it, of course. It's my Blue Yeti, which is down in the carousel. And this is my beautiful, beautiful microphone. I love it. It's multi-directional. You can set it up in many different ways. It plugs in beautifully through just a USB connection. But it's a great one. It's great for interviews, so you can have a person sitting across the desk from you. It picks up sound really beautifully. So you can have it just as an omnidirectional, just one direction. So which is why I have it here when I'm just chatting. But also it's really good for recording and picking up music. So if you've got a band playing, then these are brilliant microphones for that as well. So as you say, it's in the carousel. You've got volume, you've got a mute button, so you can mute yourself. Let's not do that though. And you've got gain, and here on the back, these are the elements where you can change the direction of the microphone. There's your gain button as well. So play around with that until you've got something good. And this is what I was having to do earlier on last week when I moved and was suddenly in the new space, was twisting and tweaking the microphone just to make sure I got the best sound that I could. So I think it sounds okay now. So that's brilliant. Corinda saying, "Oh, my babe, I can hear Stephen in the room. Oh, you can hear Stephen on Facebook. That's really cool. My baby, I haven't used mine for a year. It's been up in the attic for a long time. You've had it up in the attic, Corinda? My goodness, bring your jetty back downstairs. And we have Stephen back.
Indeed. Right, can you hear me now? But you could hear me before, so...
Yeah, so we actually want Corinda watching on Amazon. Can you hear Stephen now?
Can you hear me?
I can now, says Corinda. Hallelujah.
Right. Thank goodness. A few bars of hallelujah there. Okay, thank you very much, Corinda. This is one of those things, I mean, to have sound on Facebook but not on Amazon is weird. Yeah?
That is strange. But actually, I just got a message from John Upton as well, saying I can't hear Stephen on Facebook either. So I just asked him whether whether he can now. Hopefully he can.
If you could double check, John, that would be good. You might be able to hear noises off, but I am theoretically, I'm using my normal microphone. I'm not using Crisp. Can I use Crisp? No, Crisp is not. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try.
Okay, Corinda is saying Facebook is clear as well now. So
right. Okay. And am I clear?
Yep. And John's coming through saying, "Yep, can hear you fine now." Hallelujah. Considering that's very important, considering you are a recognized guru in the sphere of live streaming.
That was very kind of our friends at OneStream to actually do that. We are broadcasting today using Be.Live and OneStream, so it can appear on my page and on Nick's page at the same time. Same broadcast, two different places, two different carousels. So if we mention something that you can't find in a carousel, that's just, we live with that. We do try and have things which are similar in the carousel. So we've got each other's cameras and microphones in the carousel. So you talked about your microphone. I suppose I'd best, for the moment, if I just go over here and I click on this, you are now able to compare Nick's microphone with my microphone. Now, you've heard all about Nick's, so it's my turn. So I'm going to hopefully go for it. Okay, my sound is coming from the Audio-Technica AT2020, which is down the carousel. And the thing about microphones is it's a personal thing. It's how you actually hear. Okay, now this particular microphone, I was watching a broadcast on Facebook. I love the quality of the tone of the microphone. And I asked Mike, could you tell me what the microphone is? And this is a win-win situation. If you ask any live broadcaster what the microphone is, they will tell you all about it and where to buy it. And Mike very kindly gave me a link to Amazon. And the following day, I actually bought the microphone. Now, operationally, it's a well-known microphone. And all you need to do is to plug in to the USB port on your computer, be it Windows or Mac, and it'll be recognized straight away. So there's literally nothing to set up. You've got a choice then. I've got my microphone on its tripod in front of me. You could have it on an arm coming in, but I prefer to have my microphone out of sight. And I don't move it during the live broadcast because I don't want to lose sound. Oh God, that would have been good. That would have been good if I hadn't already lost sound. So you're actually comparing Nick's microphone, which is, it's not a Shure, is it, Nick? That's Marco's microphone.
No, mine is my beautiful blue Yeti. So I just highlighted it in my carousel. Yes, it is without any doubt the most aesthetically pleasing microphone, because people just comment on it every time they see it. They can't help it, can't help themselves. They just need to speak to it and they say hello. And I'm amazed it hasn't been stolen, to be honest.
Right, okay. I will try and find it in a moment. I just want to say thank you to Marty for following me on Amazon Live. Thank you very much. If you do enjoy what Nick and I are doing, then you can follow Nick on Nick's page. You can follow me on my page. What happens next is in the hands of Amazon. We only get told that you're actually following us. We don't have any access to the list. But what will happen is when Nick or I go live again, you'll receive a notification and you can decide whether to actually join us on screen. Well, join us on Amazon Live. Okay. Just so you know, I broadcast every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. Thank goodness the clocks changed in the USA yesterday. I mean, you get used to the 5-hour time difference, yeah? Because we're in the UK, yeah? I always schedule to go live at Eastern time, because Eastern time is the best time, as we all know. So 9 a.m. Eastern for me, Monday through Thursday, and occasionally Sunday. As we get deeper and deeper into winter, I'll be able to do every Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, which should be good. And Nick, your show tomorrow or Friday? Both.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we have a cook-off on a Tuesday, a ketonic show on a Friday, and I'm going to bring in another one on another cooking show on a Thursday as well. More about techniques and the like. So that'll be good. But tomorrow, our dear friend Adair, she's can't make the cook-off tomorrow. So either I'm going to just make my lunch, or
okay.
Or if we can find someone else that would like to do a cook-off, that's a potential as well. And that one we've switched it to 9 a.m. because now the time difference between the UK and Australia is vast. That was, so it wasn't too late for Adair and wasn't too early for me. So I'm cooking breakfast at 9 a.m. while she's cooking her dinner at, I think, 7:30 or 8.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we were going to be doing, and so I think I might just still do it anyway. We were going to be doing a no bake cheesecake because Adair doesn't have an oven. So maybe tomorrow, actually, maybe I should make a baked cheesecake.
You could. You could indeed. I'm most interested in the cooking course because that sounds fun. What sort of thing are you going to be teaching?
Oh, my favourite thing, I'm going to be teaching all about base sauces and then other techniques into cutting things up effectively. So, but yeah, no, I always think if you can make a sauce and different sauces, then you can make so much, and just everything then tastes amazing. Even if you don't like it, I can't stand celery, but if I put a nice sauce on it, it'll be fine.
I'm going to put my hand up here and say that my sauces come in packets from Morrison's, from the supermarket. So I'm going to be watching you. I know, sacrilege. I know. But it's basically I use them mostly in stir fries. But there's joints as well. I don't know. I need to learn.
I know. Well, the thing is, it's this is the thing with the keto thing. I was all, I've always cooked, and I've always cooked from scratch, but there is so much sugar in all these different shop bought sauces. So just knowing what's going into your body is really, really beneficial. And that was why I thought I'd do this extra show, just to teach people how to make little simple things, because that's really how I started. I had my mother, bless her, isn't the best cook on the planet. So sorry, Mum, if you're watching, to call you out on that. But she did have the Mrs. Beaton's household book on household management and cookery. Huge thing it was, old thing. Not sure she'd ever read it, so I'm going to get in so much trouble. But I did, and that's how I first made a white sauce, and it was eye-opening, and that was marvelous. So it's cool. And and Corinda's just saying on Amazon, cheesecake for breakfast, yum yum.
No, Corinda, don't go there. Cheesecake is not for breakfast. You're allowed fruit. You're allowed something baked, because that's a good way to start your day. I mean, back in the day, we used to start the day with bacon and eggs.
Absolutely. I think that should be compulsory.
Indeed. Right. So looking forward to that. I'm going to take that off and see what happens next. I was saying to Nick, all right, and we just said unmute if you want to hear us, and follow us if you want to see any of our future broadcasts. Okay, now one of the things that we always do on this show on a Monday is a movie quiz. So whilst I go and set up the movie quiz, because I need to make a few adjustments.
Oh, okay.
The floor's yours again. Okay.
Oh,
but this time people can hear me say that.
Cool. Oh, in that case, then what should we talk about this time? Look, I'm coming to you from my Logitech C920, which I know, Corinda, you're talking yours is still in your attic, you've said to me earlier. So so this is again a really nice entry level webcam, and it's beautiful. I can't really show you it. So it's in the carousel, but of course because I'm looking into it, I can't actually show you. I'll have to do that in a different way. But basically, it's a really good little camera. It sits on top of I have it sitting on top of my iMac here, but also if I'm going to be streaming, so if I'm using in the cooking shows, I'm using my MacBook Air, and so I can just unplug it from here, plug it into the MacBook, and away we go. Again, it's a super simple plug and play piece of equipment, and it does have its own speakers as well. So I'll give you a little demonstration. So at the moment, I'm coming at you from my Yeti, but I can actually switch it now to the C920. So you should be able to notice a difference in the quality of the audio. And Corinda's get a Windows man. Yes, Corinda, I know you love Windows. You're on the Windows 11, I think it is. But no, I like to be on the iOS and the Macs, so that's much my thing. So whip that back onto the Yeti now. So hopefully you notice a little difference. But the lovely thing about these little webcams is that doesn't matter whichever Logitech you actually use, you get this software called Logi Capture, and it's a great little piece of software because what happens is you can then split screen, so you can have yourself either split as a 2-screener. So if you want to do a presentation, as an example, record a presentation, then it is excellent for that. So you can have yourself in the corner and have the presentation full screen. Also has a great green screen facility as well. So at the moment, obviously I've got a green screen behind me, but I could put my green screen behind me, and it is very good, and that will just take out, use a chroma key, take all that out. Then you can have any background that you like, which is really cool. And Corinda is still on the Samsung Galaxy Fold 3. Oh, nice, Corinda, nice. So yeah, so that's this Logi Capture, and so you can do beautiful screen recordings, presentation recordings, and you've got so much control. It's really good, and all that comes free. You just be able to access that for free, and just use your Logitech camera. And so this one in the carousel, it's actually down to $70.79. So that in pounds, that's probably about £50 for a super camera, which does normal screen, widescreen, can do high definition. At the moment, we're broadcasting in 720, which is good, good enough. The thing is, if we're going to go high definition, and then even I can't do 4K with using this camera, but the files start to ramp up and get super big. So the reason we use 720 for streaming is it's not going to take up too much of your data as well. So that's cool. Corinda's saying big Android fan. So I know I was an Android fan, but then I had a Mac, and
yeah, so I'm both an Android and an iPad fan. So there you have it. Okay, now you can see below Nick, you can see the quiz, and you can see me twice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my camera off, in which case you'll only see Nick. And then when we do a little bit of trickery, probably got this the wrong way around, that way around. Okay, I'm just going to shrink Nick. I know Nick doesn't mind, but
I don't mind.
Just, good. I'm going to change the theme, and we're going to go with that theme. I'm going to press apply, and now magically you can see us both on screen. Okay, now I'm using my second camera. has to be said. So this is the camera from the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Surface Book 2 is down in the carousel. We're going to play this quiz, 10 questions. I'm going to do the odd numbers. Nick's doing the even numbers. You'll get the idea in a moment. So this week, we've actually started off with the categories, Nick. So where would you like to start? About movies, general, awards, characters, Disney, directors, connections, James Bond. Do you want to go for James Bond?
Let's go. Yeah, why not? Let's do a James Bond. Big fan.
Okay, so I'm trying to do this.
Big fan. And if you haven't seen the latest Bond film, go see it at the cinema. You will not regret it. It's a corker.
Okay, so we've now got the James Bond 3 quiz. Okay, I don't know. So we don't know what's going to happen. All right. Okay. No, this is a test, isn't it? This is really a test.
Gosh.
In what year was You Only Live Twice released? Was it 1965, 1967, 1969, or 1971? Do put your answers in the comments on Amazon Live. Nick and I will read them out. And I've got to say that we might need a bit of help with this quiz. There are 10 questions. And if you know the year that You Only Live Twice was released, then type it in 65, 67, 69, or 71. And whilst we're doing that, down in the carousel, in my carousel, we'll do an item each time, I think, Nick. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I just say to Lily Lou, Fashion and Beauty International, thank you for watching on Amazon. We're using Be.Live software. Is a software we're using to stream. And thank you. It looks good. Thank you. It is good. So we love it. So appreciate that. And if you're watching on Amazon too, please hit the follow button, and then you'll get notifications next time that we go live, which is cool. So Stephen, have you any idea?
I'm going to I would take a flyer at this. You Only Live Twice. My inkling, when it's only an inkling, is 69.
Ah, interesting.
Okay.
Because Corinda is saying definitely 1967.
Okay. I was going to say or 67.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, that's it, because this is the one where they're sending up into space, aren't they? And the little rocket gets captured, and that's why I was thinking, they didn't actually go on the moon, and the moon landings were in 69. So I think 65 is too early.
Yeah,
for sure. I think 60. I'm torn between 67 and 69, but if Corinda believes it is 1967. I'm pretty certain with that. Have we got any other guesses? Any more?
Not yet. If you know the answer, just type it in the comments on Amazon Live or on Facebook if you're watching on Live Video Hub with Stephen. Okay, we're going to go with 67. Yeah, 67.
Only because Corinda is so adamant. Because I'm trying to think of all. They used to knock them out one a year.
It was correct.
Fantastic. Well done, Corinda.
Well played, Corinda. Well played.
Good work. So, question number 2. Oh gosh, which Bond movie evolves around the ATAC communication device? ATAC. Is it For Your Eyes Only, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, or From Russia with Love? And unbelievably, this was on TV. I think this film was on TV on Saturday.
So you have recent knowledge of it?
Yes, I think I caught the last 20 minutes. I think on Saturday.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Let us know in the comments which Bond movie evolves around the ATAC communications device.
Okay, and whilst you're thinking about it, down in the carousel on my page is the Logitech Brio, which is the camera you've been watching me broadcasting on today. You currently see me on my Microsoft Surface Book 2 camera, and the lighting's not perfect, but Logitech Brio, I'm lit for that. And Logitech Brio 4K 1080 or 720. It's towards the high end of Logitech range. As Nick said, you can use Logitech Capture with any Logitech camera to take control of panning left and right, going up and down, zooming, changing the colorways, changing the brightness, changing the contrast, changing anything that you can change on a camera using Logitech Capture. And the Brio is at the top end of the range. And I've had mine for the last 15 months and it has served me well. Nick, back to you. Advert over.
Well, thank you, Corinda. Corinda's saying for your eyes only. And I totally agree, Corinda. It's for your eyes only.
Okay.
He throws it off the cliff. Yay.
Right. Well played, Nick. Well played, Corinda. Thank you, Corinda. Question 3. In which James Bond movie does Felix Leiter get married? Gets married?
Yeah.
I think, right. We want to say a big thank you for Trivia Plaza, who gave us permission to use this quiz on Amazon Live. And we shall get back to them and point out. Does that read right to you?
In which James Bond movie does Felix Leiter gets married? No, it should be get married, doesn't it?
Indeed. So the 4 options are From Russia with Love, GoldenEye, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, or License to Kill. Whilst you're thinking about that, it's Nick's turn to actually describe something from his carousel.
Oh, right. Let's go grab. These are fun. My earfun, true wireless earbuds. This is a standing joke that I'm just so bad at using this technology. Being able to tap, just literally, they're Bluetooth. You can have either one. One can work, or you can have it both. And you just control them just by tapping them. Normally when I demonstrate this, it then switches them on and it goes all weird in my ear. But they are great. They're really good. They've got a cracking little microphone on them as well. And what I discovered when I first wore them was I thought, oh gosh, why are they not sitting in my ears properly? And it just didn't feel right. But actually it comes with several sizes of ear buffer, or I guess what that's called, or earphone cover, and they're different sizes, and so you can pick the one which is good for your ear, which is really cool. And the other great thing is it comes with this lovely little container. Comes in black or white, and this is also a charger, and so this holds a charge for about 27 hours. So wow. If you're out and about and your earbuds start to diminish, then if you've got your little charger, you can charge up to 27 hours in a one sitting without plugging them back in, which is really helpful. And they are just constantly, pretty much constantly pretty much charged, and of course small enough to drop. When you're
as Nick said, don't go anywhere without your charger. There is one down in my carousel at the moment. Okay, so to repeat the question, in which James Bond movie does Felix Leiter get married? From Russia with Love, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, GoldenEye, or License to Kill? Cool.
Oh, and gosh, we got a novel coming in from Corinda on this one. Felix's role in License to Kill was central to the plot. He's shown as Bond's best friend, and and his best man. Bond is the best man at his wedding. So, so there you go. So I believe it's going to be License to Kill from Corinda, and I'm pretty certain it's License to Kill as well.
Brilliant. Okay, and we've gone green, so we've got that one right. Nick, it's over to you.
Well done. Oh gosh, here we go again. In what guess the year? In what year was For Your Eyes Only released? Now, was it 1981, 1979, 1983, or 1985? And having watched it on Saturday, or the end of it for sure, I'm really wishing I had paid attention to the end credits as they scrolled, because this is going to be a bit embarrassing, but it's sad but true. I really like to, when they do the Roman numerals, I just like to look at that and make sure I know what it. Make sure I know what year it is. But I didn't do that this time. So
it's a test of your Latin.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons we actually learnt Latin, so we could actually translate the Roman numerals at the end of every film.
Yeah, I can't think of any other good reason to learn Latin. That's for sure. Corinda is saying released before he was born, and he's going for 1981. I think it was certainly in the 80s.
Yeah,
I got a feeling. I've got a feeling it was I think it was probably more 1983. I'm just trying to work back through my Bond movie watching.
Okay.
Because this is the one. Gosh, actually, no. I think Corinda might be right. Actually.
Okay. Why are you thinking? And everybody's thinking. And if you've got the answer, then please type the answer in the comments. It's one of the 4 shown on screen. Whilst we're thinking about it, then down in my carousel at the moment, that's a highlighted item, is a Logitech Hd Pro 920. And today I can tell you, if you click the link in the carousel, it's actually 19% off. So it's only $65. It was $79.99. If you're looking for a sturdy, reliable camera, which about 80% of broadcasters use, as a first external camera, then Logitech Hd Pro 920 is the one to actually choose. And I have got one attached to my PC, which is up in the, well, not the attic, it's upstairs. That's what I'm going to say. Is on my second PC. Nick, where are we going to go for the answer to this one?
I think Corinda's right. I think it is 1981.
81.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well done, Corinda.
Wow. 5 out of 5. So question 6. In which of these James Bond movies 2 atomic bombs get stolen by Spectre? Right. Ooh. Okay. In which of these James Bond movies the 2 atomic bombs get stolen by Spectre? Is it On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Thunderball, A View to Kill, or Diamonds Are Forever? And just as a reminder, we do know that you can have the same film as appearing as an answer more than once. So don't be put off by the fact that a couple of these films have already featured in the answers. So just to reprise, in which of these James Bond movies did 2 atomic bombs get stolen by Spectre? On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Thunderball, A View to Kill, or Diamonds Are Forever? Oh, okay.
Well,
2 atomic bombs. I mean, that's careless.
I know. To lose one is silly. But I got to admit, I'm guessing Diamonds Are Forever was more about diamonds than atomic bombs.
But yeah, I would think. Yeah, I've got my favourite here. What is there anything down your carousel, Nick?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's down in my carousel. Let me just pop this in.
Okay.
And this is because I do like it so much. This is the iPhone 12 Pro, and I know that we now have the iPhone 13, but on the plus side, that means that the iPhone 12 Pro is now cheaper when you're buying it reconditioned as well, which is always a good idea, I think. And it is brilliant. One of the reasons I love it so much is because it has got this amazing camera on it as well. So you do some amazing, beautiful camera work on here, really intuitive. There's so much you can do, and it's one of those things that there is so much that the camera does that actually you want to switch a lot of the things to manual, because otherwise it is just doing so much and churning out your battery. But it's yeah, I think it's one of the best phones that they came up with. I know the 13 has got cinematic cameras and people are raving about that, but I think certainly for my purposes, it is absolutely brilliant. Light, easy, even with my stubby little fingers, it all works. Even you don't even need your fingers, because actually you can just talk to it and it'll do what you want. So that's in the carousel. Yeah. That's a little bit cheaper now that the 13's come out. And of course, if you're live streaming on Amazon, then you need an iOS device to start your live stream. So I would say certainly That's a good one. So I can. And Corinda's saying, "Can I have that so I can use it as a shower?"
Brilliant, Corinda, nice one. Right, just to repeat then the question: in which of these James Bond movies did 2 atomic bombs get stolen by Spectre? On a malicious Secret Service, Thunderball, A View to Kill, or Diamonds Are Forever? I'm plumping for A View to Kill. Am I totally wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there then, because it's not. No, it's Thunderball. They steal the 2 atomic bombs from a airplane, and they land it in the water off Miami somewhere. I think lots of sharks, and yeah, cracking film.
Great synopsis. I've got to click that now.
Yeah, if I'm wrong, I'm in trouble.
Right, over to you, Nick.
Oh gosh. Oh god, not this one again. In what year was From Russia with Love released? Was it in 1967? Was it 1963, 1961, or 1965? So From Russia with Love. What year was that released? I believe this was the second in the franchise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to narrow it down and say definitely in the 60s for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I got a feeling the first one was released in 1961. So I think that this was probably released in 1963 because I'm going
to agree with that. And do we have a vote from Corinda?
Yeah, Corinda, what's your Corinda? I think you might be looking these up.
No, I once said to Corinda, "Do you actually use something like, for argument's sake, something like Wikipedia?" And he said no. So he's obviously not using Wikipedia because he said not.
All right. Okay.
Right. Whilst you're thinking of the answer, down in the carousel is my carousel is the Fire Stick. Now we've got an aging Samsung TV. When I say aging, it's about 4 years old, which is old in television terms. And Samsung keep taking applications off it. So they took YouTube off, they took Amazon Prime off, which means you can't actually use it for that. So you've got a choice. Do you buy a brand new television costing hundreds of dollars, or do you buy the Fire Stick at $30.48 today? Well, it's a no-brainer, really. If you want to wait to Black Friday or Cyber Monday, then I would just get the Fire Stick for now. It will upgrade your television immediately. All I can say is it works. And today I can tell you that if you buy it from the carousel, and this is important, if you click the link in the carousel, then it's $30.48 today. It's normally $49.99. So you gain a 39% discount if you click the link in the carousel. Right, back to the quiz, Nick.
Corinda was super specific. What is his date? He said the 10th of October, 1963. So I'm looking good. We obviously got someone who's a bit of a spammer on my Amazon as well. Very strange, very strange comments that I'm sure will get removed. But yeah, we're going for 1963 for sure.
Correct. Okay, question number 7 of 10. In what year? I won't say in which year. In what year was Goldfinger released? And the choices are 1964, 1962, 1960, or 1958. Now, a moment ago, Nick, you said that they started making them in the 60s. So we're down to 3 options now: 60, 62, or 64. If you know the answer, then please do type it in the comments, either on my page or Nick's page. We'll read them out. We'll give you credit. If you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's all about playing the game, as we Brits say, and taking part. The other thing is that once the broadcast is finished, your comments disappear forever. and it will not be there for. It's only there for the duration of the show. So if you make a comment, then it's not going to be persistent like it would be if you actually commented on another platform, say Facebook or YouTube. It's not persistent. Your comment will vanish as the show finishes.
Just into the ether. It'd be perfect.
True.
Cool. Corinda is assuring me he's not cheating, so I believe you, Corinda. I don't think you'd have. I don't think you'd cheat. Yes. So I think this was the third one then. The Goldfinger. This was actually the Goldfinger. That was the first one that had the Aston Martin DB5.
Did it also have Sean?
It did. Definitely a Sean one and a bar of gold. And I think it was 1964.
Okay, so we're going to go with 1964.
Yeah, as does Corinda.
Correct.
As well.
And Nick, the floor is yours.
Cool. Okay, question 8. We're on a roll. Oh gosh, and it's another what's the year? Goodness. In what year was Octopussy released? Was that in 1985, 1981, 1983, or 1987? So Octopussy.
Okay, whilst you're thinking about that, and I'm thinking about it too, down in the carousel as my featured item at the moment is Camtasia 2021. Undoubtedly, there'll be a Camtasia 2022 as well. And I would think that if you bought the 21 version now, you'd be upgraded to the 22 for free. But don't quote me. Of all the editors I've used over the year, I've been using Camtasia for the last 60 years. It is, but it's the best in class. It can edit, it can combine videos, it can add soundtracks, it can add overlays. In fact, anything you want to do with a recorded video can be done by Camtasia. Now, there are imitators. I have to say there are imitators, but it's never been bettered. As a desktop piece of software on Windows and Mac, Camtasia is my editor of choice. If you want to try it out today, it's down in the carousel and it's $249. Back to you, Nick.
Wow. And I would have to say, one of the best things about Camtasia was when they made it that you could actually switch it between Mac and Windows. That was really good.
That's brilliant.
Okay, so in what year was Octopussy released? So we had it. It was 1981 was the other one, wasn't it? The For Your Eyes Only. So I think it will be 1983 or 1985, and I'm going to go with 1983, as is Corinda. So if Corinda's going for 1983, I'm going for 1983 for sure. I think Corinda is a Bond aficionado for sure.
I think you may well be. Okay, this is very colloquial, isn't it? I think, what's Sean Connery's third Bond movie, James Bond movie? Was it From Russia with Love, Thunderball, Diamonds Are Forever, or Goldfinger? And Nick, what's in your carousel?
I'm going to do a little. What's in my carousel? Actually, I'm going to highlight my my green screen kit, which is not in the carousel for some weird reason. So I'm going to go with the ring light kit instead. Then, so what we have here, and again, I can show you very quickly. And this is round the back. So this is the ring light part of the kit. So that ring light, you can have multiple different. It's in the carousel. We can have. I'm just trying to find the switch, so I can actually show you that it does different. You can have different lights, which you can't really see because I'm changing the color, and you can't actually see that.
A subtle change there.
Was there a subtle change? Yeah. So that was that's the. Excuse me. That's the carousel. That's the ring light kit. So you've got ring lights. You've got a stand. You'll be able to put your phone into it. So again, if you're using, if you want to take some videos or live stream, then it's great because you've then got the ring light straight in your face, and that just makes beautiful lighting. Don't stand too close to it because you'll be too overexposed. But it's a really good piece of kit, and it's only all that kit for $76. So go fill your boots with that one and start filming. Now.
Third James Bond movie, From Russia with Love, Thunderball, Diamonds Are Forever, or Goldfinger. Was Shirley Bassey involved?
I think she was.
I think she was too. That's a subtle hint.
Yeah.
The lady from Wales.
As I said earlier, as was the Aston Martin DB5.
All right. Okay. So we're going with Diamonds Are Forever?
No, Goldfinger.
That's what I said. Over to you, Nick. Last question. There's no pressure on this at all because we've got 9 out of 9 so far.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well, and we know the answer to this one, Corinda, for sure. In which James Bond movie does Felix Leiter's wife get shot? Which was very, very reminiscent of one of the earlier questions where
it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Where we had a good in-depth overview of the film, and so yeah, that's a nice easy one. I shall wait for Corinda. Come on, Corinda. Which James Bond movie does Felix Leiter's wife get shot? Right. And have you got anything? Have you got anything in the carousel, Stephen Ball?
I have. Thank you, Nick. One of our friends is a lady called Lottie Hearn, who lives in Ireland. Now, we have the pleasure of broadcasting with Lottie 3 or 4 times a year. She is the confidence coach. If you want to know anything about how you can become confident on camera and you've never been there before, then this is the book for you. This is the one that I dip into. It's the one that got me started. Lottie is based in Ireland. She started off as a children's television presenter in Hong Kong in 1992. And then in 2015, she wrote this book, which I think has been revised. And it's just a gem. All her knowledge is packed into this book, and it's sound advice. And I've seen her do a live session where she took somebody and guided them through how they can improve their presence on camera. This is all in the book. And if you're thinking about going on camera, but you're a bit shy about it, then do read the book, and that will give you the confidence to actually go live on camera. Nick, back to you.
Yeah, that's a great book. Okay, so Corinda is saying, wow, it is License to Kill. And
okay, now this is the point in the show where we'll see what happens next as soon as I press this button. It's correct. This morning, with Corinda's help and Nick's encyclopedic knowledge of James Bond, we have scored 10 out of 10, which is excellent. The average score is 5.71, and 9,361 people have tried to do this before. And it was Nick and Corinda who actually got us here. But we're going to leave it on screen just for a second so we can actually take a screenshot of it afterwards. Normally we do the quiz and we like to get everybody involved. If you thought the answer, then that's good enough for us. Next time, if you can comment as well, then absolutely brilliant. And what we're going to do now is come back to the studio. As Nick said earlier, we're actually broadcasting on Be.Live, and I just want to be able to hide that and come back to me and Nick. And I start my camera.
That's better.
I'm picture in picture. That's not what we want, is it? What we want is that.
That's the fella. Okay. That's more like it.
So we're back, and we're going to change back to our original layout. Now, again, 10 out of 10 on a quiz we've not seen before. We never test these quizzes out. We don't do anything like that. We're seeing them at the same time as you are.
Yeah, and I'll say congratulations, Corinda, because you certainly bailed us out on a couple there for sure. So very good.
Totally. Thank you, Corinda. And to everybody who's watching the broadcast, just like to say thank you to you as well. And I've got a ton of comments which I've just seen. Okay, just a minute. All right, I've got Be.Live support. Have just come in whilst we're live, and I'll get back to that one afterwards, I think. Yeah, okay, because we are working well. So good. Okay, right. There's one. I want to just jump out of turn for a moment and just highlight an item in my carousel.
Yeah, for sure.
Every so often, we are sent items to review, and the carpal tunnel mouse arrived in the UK last Friday, and I'm not reviewing it actually. Angelica has been looking for a mouse for a long time because of the problems she has with the mouse and with her hand. So Angelica is currently testing the carpal tunnel mouse, which is down in the carousel. It's 23% off today, $114.86. What we're going to do is Angelica's been using the mouse for 3 days, and she's still using it. Now that's a good sign, because the last time she got a mouse like this, within 24 hours it had gone, because it wasn't easy to use.
Hold on, Stephen. We might have a sound issue again. Corinda is saying that we have got the same issue. So he can hear me, but he can't hear you.
Right. It's over to you, Nick, and I'm going to refresh.
So that's it. That's it. Stephen is going to refresh. And so I'll pop up. Here we go. Here's a cracking book. The Power. I love books. I love reading. And this book is a great one. It's the Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Now, he was one of the people that really inspires and allows you to think about how you create things. So, if you're into the law of attraction, manifestation, then this is certainly a book that I sincerely recommend you read. Even if you're not into it, it's worth a read anyway, because it'll open your eyes. And I always think of it like this, is that, if you've got a choice to think good or bad, think good. And if when we talk about, what you want in your life and what you want to create in your life, what you want to manifest in your life, then obviously, you need to visualize it and picture it as to what you want. And that can be anything. That can be from relationships to money to lifestyle, but you have to, you create your own life. When we talk about manifesting, it's a case of we have manifested everything that we have wherever we are in our lives right now. And so actually to be able to then consciously do it and understand that process, then this book is absolutely brilliant. So I'd thoroughly recommend that book. It's got some great techniques that you can use, so not just that visualization technique, but he covers lots of different ones and really goes behind what is in your subconscious mind, and it's borne out over time. And it's a bit like when you read, it's rehashed. When you read The Secret and other self-help books, this guy was probably the godfather or one of the godfathers of them all as well. So yeah, very well worth reading. I know I'm trying to think of the other chap who is very popular in the manifesting era, but I can't think of his name. But basically, they were around at the same time and taught by the same man. So yeah, go check that one out for sure. Definitely. You're back. So let's hope that we can hear you on Amazon land.
Corinda, if I have sound or don't have sound, can you let me know? Nick, can you hear me?
I can hear you in the studio. Absolutely no problem at all. And Corinda is saying yes, he can hear you, which is fantastic.
Right. Okay. Now this brings us to an important point. And we said at the top of the broadcast, things do go wrong. And I've lost my microphone twice in this broadcast, but not totally. I've lost my microphone on Amazon Live. My microphone on Facebook has been a bit better, not totally well behaved, but better behaved. And the only thing I had to do then, because we're broadcasting on Be.Live, is that Nick was able to continue the broadcast. And then I just refreshed my Chrome browser tab, came back in the studio, and things are working again. I think because I'm using additional software to actually, well, I'm using everything under the sun to actually get this presentation out today. It does get complicated, and occasionally we just need to go back to basics, just nick an eye on the screen. Backgrounds, forget them, we'll just do the overlay and what have you. Yeah, so there you are. So I was talking about, I'm going to say this again because Nick heard me. So Nick, if you've heard this before, it's because you did.
So well worth hearing again. So.
Yeah, one of the things that happens as an Amazon Live broadcaster is that we are sent items from Amazon.com to review. Now, the carpal tunnel mouse, which is featured on my carousel at the moment, is one such item. Now, my partner Angelica has tried several different mice over the years. None of them lasted over 24 hours. We're going to track Angelica's use of this mouse over the coming weeks and months and report back on exactly how it has helped her. And she's persistent. She wants you to use this mouse. It's lasted 3 days, and she's getting on with it. I think that's the best thing to say. But it's not controlled by your fingertips. It's actually controlled by your finger there. And that's the difference, in that your hand, I can't show you. Well, I can show you. This is not the mouse. This is the superb Microsoft Arc mouse. But your fingers are not on the buttons. It's not your fingers on the buttons. It's actually behind your fingers. Yeah, everything's moving in the studio as I'm doing this because I'm actually using the mouse. So I'll give up the demonstration before my studio gets totally destroyed. But it is to help with arthritis, with anything which is affecting your hand movement. It's designed to be easier to use, less stress on the muscles, and we're going to report back over the coming weeks as to exactly how Angelica and this mouse get on. I'm hoping that they'll be famous friends, and I just want to say thank you to the company for actually sending the mouse to us. We won't reveal who it is yet. You can find out more if you press the link in the carousel, but we're not going to market it to you totally until Angelica has approved it. Okay, so that's down in the carousel.
Yeah, that sounds like a really great little mouse, though. So I hope it does work like it says it will. So
yeah, I'm very hopeful because if it solves a problem, then you've got to think, well, wow, yeah, why weren't these mice available before? And the gentleman who invented it actually sent the mouse to us, and he was surprised by one thing. He was surprised by the speed at which the mouse arrived here in the UK from the States. So that's the story we're going to follow, and we'll do an update every week on that story. Where should we go next, Nick?
Let's have a little look. Actually, have you got because I've got it in my carousel as well, but I know you normally have your great little ad for Aftershock.
Oh, right. Okay, just a moment. Okay.
But only
I don't need prompting twice. Right. Okay. Just a minute. I'm just dismantling my studio. These are, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go full screen. Okay. These are Aftershocks headphones, and they go over your head, and then they don't go in your ear. And this is the main thing. They are bone conduction headphones, and the sound travels from there through your bones, and the conduction works. It's the same thing as heat conduction. This is sound conduction. But the beautiful thing is that the headphones don't go in your ears. They're over your ears, yeah, which is absolutely brilliant. So it means that, I mean, I've had dozens of different earpieces and headphones and earbuds and everything over the years, and I've got a lot of earbuds where I've only got one left. The other one went on a journey somewhere. I don't know where it is. It just got disappeared. It's a bit like socks, really. You put 2 socks in the drawer, and when you go, there's only one. Well, with earphones, it's the same. You buy 2 and you end up with 1. With these, it's virtually impossible to lose them. I couldn't do them justice unless I showed you a short video. Now, be kind, this was the first ever product video I made, my first B-roll, as they say in the trade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute Nick's microphone. I'm going to turn my camera off, and hopefully I'm going to turn my camera back on again. This is fun. I'm trying to play this video. So I'm going to put the video full screen, and it should show full screen. There you are. I'm going to switch my microphone off, and then I'm going to hit the play button. Watch out, world. Aftershocks Trex titanium headphones are lightweight and very, very effective because they go over, they're open ear, they go over the ear, and that means that whilst you're wearing them, you can hear what's going on. If you've got somebody to the side of you, behind you, you can actually hear what's going on. You can hear the traffic, you can hear all the noises around you, but you can concentrate on the music or the podcast that you're actually playing. Now, they last 6 hours on a 1.5 hour battery charge. You can make and receive phone calls. They are practical. They're coated, so they are rainproof and sweatproof. I use them daily, and they're just good sound and quite probably the best headphones that I've actually tried, because I've tried many over the years, wired. These are Bluetooth, but wired, unwired, and these are the best that I've actually found because they are so simple, easily rechargeable. They pair on Bluetooth, simple and straightforward. Making phone calls is straightforward. You can voice dial. Receiving calls you can do with one button. So if you're looking for a pair of headphones and you do go out and about and you go walking, jogging, running or cycling, then these are the headphones that you should actually consider because they are so well crafted and practical and good quality. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. And I'm just testing the microphones. Are we back, Nick?
I can hear you loud and clear, so that's good. And
in that case, I'm going to hide that, and we're back on screen. So that was one I made earlier. I love the Aftershocks, and they travel everywhere. And as I say, if you're walking, jogging, running, or cycling, they are a boon. Okay, thank you for the Nick.
My pleasure. No, I think they look great, absolutely, and the bone conduction is just so clever. I love that idea. Yeah, oh, and I just had a ended stream from Amazon.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to stop mine now. Sorry, Nick.
That's okay.
Okay, we're going to stop the broadcast now.